Hey guys, welcome back to ArtosisCasts. Surprise! Immediately after the last game casted on this channel before this one, these two same players queued up again and hit each other again. I originally hadn't planned on doing two games between Noble and Speed, but that first game was actually really awesome. There was so many like dynamic, different situations, a lot of interesting choices made. And when I say interesting, that isn't like saying interesting because they were bad. They were interesting because it felt like there was honestly 3 to 4 different decisions both of them could have made 3 or 4 times, which all of them I think had good arguments for. And that's the best type of StarCraft for me, where it's like, no, I mean, this is the most, you know, like if you watch chess or something, you'll hear them talk like, oh, this is the most popular line, but this one's pretty common. And then these are out there, but they're still good. You know, it was one of those games. And I think that it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. If you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out. I'm just hoping that we have something of similar quality here. If we do, damn, I'm going to start just searching for Noble versus Speed. They might just be a perfect matchup for each other. Who knows? But we're on Tempest this time. We have Speed here in the bottom left and Noble here in the bottom right. Noble, of course, on Tempest, opening with a forward gateway in front of his natural base. This is very common. So basically, since he's already scouted his ramp, I'll just use this to show you. You're on a low ground main. Low ground mains are very weak against early Protoss units, okay? So basically, these two little eggs, this is very thin. This is like 2 units thick. 1 Dragoon or like 2 Marines or 2 Zealots, right? So if they make Zealots and they rally like 2 Zealots into Dragoons at your base and you're Terran, right? So you're making Marines and maybe a Vulture, maybe into Siege Chinks, it's up to you. But trying to break up the ramp, if they just always engage here, like they always bring the Zealots forward, first off, you have to block with 2 SCVs. So the SCVs, you're literally going to see exactly what I'm saying. You're going to see, this is exactly what's going to happen this game, okay? So you'll see the 2 SCVs, don't worry, it's just the Zealot popped out, the SCV scouted. He hit it, and now the Zealot's going. Now, you'll see the 2 SCVs from Terran's side, of course, on the other ramp. We haven't scouted, so I'm just showing you here. Will be blocking the Zealots from hitting Marines here, which means the Marines are all on low ground, which means the Marines miss half their shots against Zealots, which means it's going to take approximately 70 Marine shots to kill a Zealot. Okay? Okay, well, he's actually going for a quicker Nexus, so he's just going to slow him with the Zealots, but I promise you, I'll find more Tempest TVPs, and I'll show you, because once you have Dragoons, it just kind of continues forward like that. It's very difficult to open well. Once you're opened in this game, on this map, if it's like even, it's okay. It's like fine to play. But yeah, very difficult to open this map well in TVP. Now, it's still, even though, like I say that, right, it's kind of a funny situation where he's just like sacking the Zealots. He's just trying to get a bit of damage because his Nexus is so fast. There is a Vulture on the way. Like, I can't even. Really? What are we doing? Are we taking a phone call? Wow. Anyways, you know, he sacked those 3 Zealots. He's up 1 probe. And the Nexus is about to finish. Look at this. The command center starts as the Nexus is finishing. So this is about... like, it's very Protoss favored right at this moment. But it's not, like, unplayable. Okay, he's gonna... oh, man. If he had done that perfectly, he would have gotten that buy. We don't know if a probe would have gotten here in time. I think he might have just slipped past, and that could have been, like, insane damage. But doesn't get it. Saves the Vulture. And no add-on, actually, yet, which is kind of insane. Okay, he puts the add-on on. You know, he was focusing on getting that depot up. But look at the difference here, okay? Despite throwing away those first 3 Zealots, like, pretty heavily and going for a Forge and a Cannon, right now we're up 5 workers for Protoss. And it's not going to end there. That's about 2 more workers of build time. So we should be up 6 to 7 workers as the SCV production catches back up. So now we're down 6. Now we're down 7. And the command center is going to finish. So 6 worker deficit, 6 to 7. It'll go back and forth, right? So that's pretty big. You really, like, that's a big part of the early game in Terran versus Protoss. Probably, well, obviously in mirror matchups, worker counts actually mean even more. But Terran versus Protoss, like, the evenness of the worker count just points towards who's ahead, right? So if you're ahead this many workers, you're definitely ahead, whichever race you are. Basically, if you're even in workers throughout the early game, Terran is happy. Okay, so yeah, that kind of shows you it is a tough position. The tech is a little bit slow here for our Protoss player, Noble. Obviously, you know, he went for 3 Zealots into a Nexus into a cannon, so that is a little bit slow. We have a few mines being laid out. This was a very quick starport, so a dropship is going across, and it's going to be a vulture drop. Okay, he's got this one way up there, so it looks like it's going to be like a 3 vulture drop. Vulture speed is not even being upgraded, which is fine. You don't have to have vulture speed to do a vulture drop. Now, unfortunately for him, we have 2 Dragoons standing position. If he can get a building here, then it's going to become pretty bad. Okay, well, he actually lays the mines there. That's actually pretty good as far as mines go. Okay, blows up one of them, so that is going to allow his vultures to live a lot longer. Ooh, that's some good micro right there. He pulled this one out. I thought this one was going to die very quickly, but pulls it out, and he's actually getting good damage. Damn. Speed with a sick vulture drop here. Like, I did not think that would do as well as it has. And now he's killed a Dragoon. He's killed, you know, a Zealot there, and he's actually, like, gotten it to even as far as workers go. They're within 1 worker right now. So fantastically, fantastically done. He's going up to his 3rd factory. He has his engineering bay, so he's going to be safe in that regard. Still just kind of focusing on getting that unit production down, and this should be an armory. Yep. You definitely don't want to wait any later than this for your armory, or you're not going to have much chance at a late game. Photon cannon being made in that main base mineral line because he does fear the possibility of more drops. Don't forget, this ledge up here is droppable, but it's not super fantastic. Hard to get too much done with that, and everyone plays the shuttles as Protoss nowadays, so it's not really that big a strategy, although I have seen some pros trying it. Haven't seen great success from it, though. Now, going up to 4 facts at the moment. I gotta tell you, like, I talked a lot about who these guys are in the previous game, especially Speed, as he's a bit more known and maybe just a bit more accomplished than is Noble. But I'm really enjoying Speed's play. Really, I mean, aren't you as well? It's very cool. Like, he got a bit behind. He got the vulture drop off, executed it very well. He's going into heavy factories, right? He's getting his upgrades. Like, he has options right now. He can go into a macro game. He can go into a push. He can, you know, well, I guess those are the options. Meanwhile, Noble back here. He's kind of clearing his eggs. You know, he's getting shuttle speed, so we will see some Reaver harassment, but not quite yet. 3rd Nexus going up in this kind of forward spot. I like that these mines and this vulture here are kind of blocking that. He is checking around. Look at this. He's got a tank and 2 vultures here. So this is like a good drop ship to fly around and kind of check bases with, something like this, right? Like this can kill a couple Dragoons. It can cancel a Nexus. It can choke up an area. It's like, this is a very utility mid-game dropship of a tank and 2 vultures. Now, the speed shuttle is done. He gets in here with the Reaver, going to go ahead and throw off a Scarab. Ooh, gets a very good first hit for SCVs. Another SCV or 2 go down there. Yeah, just 1, it looks like. Ooh, takes a bit of damage. He's a little bit trapped now. He drops it out, trying to get some hits. Oh, I think he doesn't realize, actually, that is out there. That's hard to see. Your mini-map actually can cover things. It's kind of a funny thing. I've seen people hide the High Templar behind the mini-map when they're in the bottom left spawn. Now, in the meantime, here's that drop I was talking about. It's hard to get lots of damage, but he might get a little bit. Look, he's got the shuttle, though, so this is going to force him to get out of here. And the Reaver has basically been dealt with back at home as well. Takes a lot of damage. Ooh, he's going to lose that, isn't he? Oh, my God, he's just going to get out. Just gets out with that. Excellent retreat. In the meantime, we have some vultures up in a forward position. A couple tanks coming out here as well. Yeah, it looks like laying a few offensive mines here and coming in with the tanks. Wow, he's actually like this is a very aggressive move. Ooh, nice mind drag, very nice mind drag. Gonna be able to take out that tank very easily with a single zealot. The vulture's trying to get a little bit of damage here. They do get a few probes, and still trying to run through and get some. It's actually, you know, obviously we had that Reaver drop, which screwed up the worker count again. He's trying to get it a little bit closer, 52 to 44. Generally, you stop mid-60s, right? So he does bring Noble down to a point where he has to remake workers. Obviously, Speed needs to remake workers, but Speed right now has to decide, and he actually beats me to it. He has to decide whether he wants to basically go all in or make a command center. Those are really the only choices at this point. He is still harassing over here somehow. Oh, it was that drop. It came back for some more damage. Unfortunately, hits the cannon there instead of those probes. But you know what? He got him down to 49 workers, so he actually killed like 3-4 more probes with that dropship. Either way, it's fine to utilize that right now. He has added the 5th command center. He actually is, I mean, the 5th factory, but he actually is adding the command center. That's extremely late. This is a very, very, very late command center. That's why I was saying he needs to either go all in or expand. But he like made the factory and then a little bit later, right? This takes 50 seconds. So like a little more than half a minute later, he was like, you know what? I need a command center, which is fine. Like it's better to fix something than to optimize something that's not going to work, right? But like it's a tough position. You know, that third base is going to be very, very late. Now, in comes an attack. I don't think this is a very good attack here. Gets absolutely railed with that first shell. Does absolutely nothing. The vulture's going to rotate out immediately, and this is going to force Noble back a bit. You don't want these vultures on the map laying mines everywhere, laying them behind your units, picking things off, stopping expansions. Noble going to start running back. He leaves a smaller group of units here. He has the Reaver as well. Very, very useful to slow down this base. You know, still just kind of macro up, getting that range upgrade as well. And look at this. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He finds a way around into the natural. This is why when vultures come out like that, you got to get back into a defensive spot. Because someone like Speed can oftentimes find lots of damage. And look at this. 50 workers against 42. He is actually dealing insane damage this game to the probes. I wish we had a worker kill count in StarCraft 1. That would be amazing. Because it is getting incredibly high. 50 SCVs to 39 probes. I'm getting chills. I am getting chills right now by Speed's play. So Speed is adding yet another factory. He has the 3rd command center, and I've been talking about how late that is, but it's actually going to be fine because of the amount of damage he did. The one thing he has to do here is not attack. What he should be doing is just push out kind of slowly, take this base, and sit there for a minute. Because the pressure is on Noble right now. Noble needs to figure out a way to come back. Because it's going to be 3 base versus 3 base, better workers for Terran, and Terran units just kind of scale better, right? We have Psystorm on the way. Ooh, he loses that. He loses that Reaver. We have Psystorm on the way, so that will definitely help. And really the way to lose this game as Terran is attacking too quickly and getting all your stuff wrecked by like splash damage, whether that's Zealots dragging things into tanks or just Psystorms getting off nicely, right? The Psystorms come in. He's trying to pick those off. In fact, he does end up picking one off and just everything being evaporated as he walks forward. You know, as I mentioned, it's Noble's problem right now. He lost too many workers. He decided, you know what, this is the best time for my attack. Clearly it wasn't this time, but actually another really good game between Noble and Speed. Noble definitely had the early advantage, you know, between his Zealots slowing his opponent and getting into that very safe nexus. He had, what was it? It was a 6 to 7 worker lead. But the Vulture drop did fantastically from Speed. He executed it well. And it's always funny to see pro gamers stay in the game after it ends. I do see that quite a bit. But yeah, that another really good game between these two. So I hope that these two are gaining some fans in the foreign scene. So that does it for this game. Guys, thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed.